truth that you are a slave. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison for your mind.
Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy, it's my pleasure, it's always my honor to be greeting you and bringing this message of emancipation to you, whereby I'm pointing you to look inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity. And that is why I want to speak to you and concerning the real message of Neville Goddard and how you need to get the real message of Neville Goddard rather than accepting the false delusional message that they have been infiltrating people's mind with, especially people who are very gullible, who love to hold to this temporal, illusional world. And so they give them the law, but never want to speak about the promise, because it would lead all the way back to this that I'm wearing right here and show you the truth. The reason why Neville mentor was Abdullah, the black mystic from Ethiopia, and why people like Credo Mutwa of South Africa, they would always be remembered by people such as myself. And so I don't want to sugarcoat anything for you. And I know there are many people out there with H&S who like to hear the word manifest, and they like to see the word money, and they like to see and hear people talk about what they would have manifested and what they would have received through the message of Neville Goddard, and try to push a narrative just like the narrative of white Jesus and secular Christianity. And so they're trying to teach the message that Neville was trying to convey to humanity that he would have learned from Abdullah. They are trying to get it across in a way whereby a person can be jumping up and down and speaking in tongues and calling on Jesus and still say they are using the law and still talk about the work of Neville Goddard and so on. And so they are presenting it a certain kind of way, which is like a one-sided way to hide the truth from you. Because it's all about the single-eye message of self-realization, which Matthew 6:22 says that if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. And this whole single eye which I'm speaking to you about will take you all the way back to ancient Kemet, all the way from South Africa, Ethiopia, the whole of Africa, and take you back to our true spirituality before slavery. And that is why when you listen to anyone who is speaking about the work of Neville Goddard, you never hear them speak about extraterrestrial and so on. You never hear them talk about being contacted and visited and so on. You would not hear them speak about these things. You wouldn't hear them speak about the black gods. You wouldn't hear those kind of things. You wouldn't hear any talk about any ancestor. And you know, people don't like when I speak about how Neville ancestry go back to slavery. Okay, and I have the link, and I can show anybody the link who want the proof. You can go to Barbados and get the everything also. Okay, so my brother, my sisters, you need to get the real message, which is a message of self-realization, to know who you are. Because not until you know who you are, that you will know that Neville was actually exposing even his ancestors as of their life of feeding the minds of the people with secular Christianity, with a white Jesus idol. And I'm not speaking race, I am speaking truth. Because you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So the real message from Neville Goddard is the message of self. That's why Abdullah said, Neville, you must start with self. And there comes a time when people are going to come and say, hey, Abdullah ain't real, you make it up. Because it starts happening. You see, just that some people don't see certain comments, because some of these people, when they make the comments, they delete them. So I will see them, but but you won't see them. Okay, they say, oh, it's real. No, that's why I always say to you, everything leads back to ancient African spirituality. And that is why they want to feed you with one side. of just the law and manifesting. It's like the law of attraction. And as I said before, it's the whole narrative and agenda, like how you believe in Jesus, is the same thing. You understand? So they started with Neville Goddard technique and so on, and now it's all about manifesting and so on. And when you look on the internet, you see there's so much gullible people. They follow these guys who just want to tell them what they want to hear. They have H&S. Tell them what they want to hear. You see, if I was a man who loved to pull off the money, I would do the same thing, you know. Tell them what they want to hear to get plenty subscribers and get plenty followers. Tell them they could manifest $1 million. Tell them they could manifest this. Tell them they could manifest that. I know people who build their whole channel and just manifesting, yes. Gain the whole world now. Go ahead, gain the whole world. Tell me how you feel. Get 10 million, get 100 million, get $1 billion. Tell me how you feel. You can only eat so much, you can only wear so much, you can only drive so much. Build a house with 1,000 rooms. How much you can sleep in at a time? Wake up, people. Wake up. Don't go for the bait. And so when people look at YouTube channels and they see they have so much of followers following them with all this shit they're feeding the people with, just for getting. It's all bullshit. I'm telling you, it's all bullshit. Get more spiritual, my brothers and my sisters. Get more real. Know yourself. Get more in touch with nature. How much of them who talk about Neville Goddard and tell you about manifesting, telling you to get more closer to nature? Align yourself. Get connected with the sun, the S-U-N. How much of them telling you to get grounded? How much of them telling you that? How much of them telling you how they lie to you and tell you that Egypt was in the Middle East when it's in Africa? How much of them telling you your real history? How much of them telling you about your true identity? How much of them telling you about Abdullah, who never says his mentor? The black mystic from Ethiopia. How much of them telling you all the wealth that is being stolen out of Africa and keeping the people in mental slavery through Christianity and an educational system that is crippling the people, even here in the Caribbean? Just recently in my country, they had big demonstration. They bust the head of the Prime Minister. Because they changed the bill in the parliament, and the bill in the parliament come from the colonizers who colonized the people. And they take a governor general and put the governor general in the house to represent the Queen in England, and that house is the place where the mistake used to be. I know what I'm saying now. Think I'm stupid? Right above the heart chakra of our country. And then they mess with the crown chakra of our country too. Through the geothermal project. Man, I don't want to go into certain things, man. You see, so let me say to those who are listening to me. You see this whole thing about Neville Goddard? There's more than you really think, you know. And as I then say to you, remember the movie Wikipedia, you real history been there before. I know what I'm talking about. But I don't want to go on anymore, but I want to say to you the real message, man. Get the real message. The real message is self. Self-realization is the most important thing. When you leave this earth, you want to leave here a free man, not a slave. You could have billions of dollars and you die a slave. Yes, die a slave. Know yourself. Get to really know yourself. Come out from intellectual knowledge. Don't just get kind of, oh, I manifest this, I manifest. These people, they're empty. I have to speak the truth. They're empty. Oh, I remember I imagined to build my body a certain way and then this and that. I've been doing that so long. Even all of the religious cockroaches. Yeah, Credo Mutua call them that. The born again cockroaches. That's what Credo Mutua. Some people don't even know who's Credo Mutua. But they like to talk about Neville. I have to laugh. You understand? So my brother and my sisters, get the truth, man. You need the truth. Self-realization is the key. Forget about all of these YouTubers who talk about Neville Goddard, Neville Goddard, Neville Goddard, Neville Goddard, Neville Goddard. I manifest this, I manifest that, How I could do this, how I could do that. Oh, money. I am so happy with or without money. And it's the truth. I am telling you the truth. When you think like that, you're still in poverty. You can have $10 million and you're still in poverty. You can have $100 million and you're still in poverty. Look at what is going on in my country right now. If you go on YouTube and you type in Spinx and the Grenadines Prime Minister injury, or Spinx and the Grenadines Prime Minister got his head bust or something like that, you see what is going on. You see all of the demonstrations and the rioting and all of these things that have been taking place in my country, where people believe in secular Christianity. And right now, if you give them a lot of attraction and you give them Neville Goddard and Manifest, they go crazy, running after things. Sickening. People having you live in an illusionary world, make you want to hold on to an illusionary world. I'm not saying you shouldn't get things. I'm not saying that. But they're pushing this thing on you with their shit agenda. It's a shit agenda. I call it a shit agenda. And many of these YouTubers who talk about Neville and all they could talk about manifestation, I'm saying I want to give them a napkin to wipe their mouth. A toilet paper napkin, because they're speaking of that shit. I have to come and I have to speak the truth. I didn't plan to say all of this, but I have to say it. Because I say you shall know the truth and the truth shall set you free. Why they don't talk about the promise? Why they don't talk about the boy from the skull? Because why? It would expose the lying Mary and Jesus story and the false supremacy. And I'm not speaking race, I'm speaking truth, because I don't get caught up in race. It's all bullshit. That's part of the illusion too. But I have to speak the truth. So those of you who are listening to me and who can vibrate with this truth, because it is hard truth, I'm saying to you, think upon the most important thing, man. Call upon your ancestors. Let them appear to you. Yeah. Interdimensional beings, let them appear to you. I know I'm talking about. Get the right frequency, so they could appear to you and you could see them. They want to bless you, man, with wisdom. Ooh, I'm enjoying this. Wisdom. Wisdom is what creates money. Get wisdom before you go after money. And I'm not saying anything wrong with getting money. I'm not saying anything wrong with living comfortably. I like to see people live comfortably. But don't get so gullible. Don't get so gullible. I guarantee you right now, anyone can start a YouTube channel talking about Neville or talking about all of these things. Right now, start a YouTube channel, just talk about manifesting and talk about money and talk about it manifest. Tell them even if they're lie. Tell them the lie. Even if you have even if they want to come up with a false lifestyle, give them the lifestyle and they go believe. If I was a different person, I would have go hotels and all kind of thing. You'd have tell you that's where I live, I show you swimming pool and all of that type of manifestation, man. I would have been raking so much on the internet. But I'm not like that. I am not like that. Get somebody to lend me the vehicle, allow me to stand next to the vehicle and show you, tell you that is mine. I drive in a Hummer. I know people who own Hummer down here. Tell me just go make a YouTube channel. And tell them, hey, I manifest that. Man, I kill subscribers. People selling money like crazy. Because they love the lie. They love the lie. Mass psychosis taking place all around the world. People losing their minds. I'm saying grab a hold of your mind. Neville and the message you teach. If you really, really get the message, it's all about basically the promise, finding yourself, your true self. And I'm telling you, the experience he said he has. I had that experience and more. Some asking myself a lot of things, Got the experience. My brother and my sister, there's a lot. There's a lot. But I want to say to you, if this is the first time you listen to me, what I'm saying, it makes sense to you and you haven't subscribed already, I'm encouraging you to subscribe, to like, to comment, to share this video. Even if you dislike, it doesn't matter to me. Okay? I will speak the truth. And I will die a free man. That's the most important thing, is that I know I'm going to die, be a free man and not a slave. I've never been a slave. Even in my past life, I've never been a slave and will never be a slave. I've always been one who been freeing people from slavery. Because I know I was in a past life. I know exactly. So, my brother, my sisters, I want to say to you, if there's any way you would like to support this work also, just do so if you feel led. If not your gut feelings, don't do it. Okay? But if you feel like led to do so, there's a link down below. There's a PayPal. You can check it out. So, with that being said, I want to say peace. Love you all. I'm out.